Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday and honestly it's a beautiful day outside, but inside we are knee deep in Port Charles drama. Grab a huge cup of coffee because we have a lot to unpack today, and I mean a lot. Let's just dive right into the madness. So Ethan Lovett is finally coming back to Port Charles, and man, it is about time. We've been hearing the rumors for a while now, and the fans on social media have been absolutely begging for some kind of Spencer energy to return to the canvas. Because let's be real, the show's been missing that specific brand of chaotic good. Or chaotic neutral. Whatever Ethan is these days, the official word is that he hits the screen on Friday, April 17, and I'm just so ready for it. I am exhausted from watching Jen Sidwell win every single day. I really am. It feels like I've been staring at the screen too long, just waiting for someone, anyone, to actually put a dent in Sidwell's armor. And now here comes Ethan. But Ethan isn't just coming back for a fun little family reunion or to grab a drink at the newly reopened Charlie's Pub. No, he is coming back with a vengeance. He is carrying this massive burning rage directed right at Jen Sidwell. And you guys know why. You remember what Sidwell did. He put Holly Sutton in terrible danger. He messed with Ethan's mother. And if there is one rule on this show that you do not break it, is that you do not mess with the Spencer's family. Or a Lovett's family. You just don't. Ethan is furious. He is so angry. And honestly, I don't blame him one bit. If someone targeted my mom like that, I'd be on a warpath too. And what I love about this is that Ethan isn't going to the cops. Because why would he? The PCPD is a mess right now. Dante Falconeri is running around trying to solve the Marco Rios murder with Ada Justine Turner. And Jason Morgan is literally sitting in WSB custody for a crime he didn't even commit. Jason is taking the fall for Rocco, shooting Ross Cullum, which is a whole other disaster that I don't even have the energy to fully rant about today. But the point is, the law is completely useless right now. The authorities can't touch Sidwell. Sidwell is out here threatening Ezra Boyle, telling him he's expendable if he can't control Mayor Laura Collins. He's got Ava Jerome manipulating Laura into caving to his demands. Sidwell basically owns the town, so Ethan knows that playing by the rules is a losing game. So what does Ethan do? He goes to Sonny Corinthos. Okay, let's just pause right there. Ethan and Sonny. Ethan Lovett and Sonny Corinthos teaming up to take down an international criminal mastermind. What a duo. I actually think this is brilliant. No, wait, maybe it's a terrible idea. Actually, it's probably a terrible idea that will make for amazing television. Sonny is backed into the worst corner of his life right now. Sidwell is completely unhinged. He is an angry, grieving father who is 100% convinced that Sonny is the one who murdered his son. Marco Rios, we all know Ross Cullum is the one who actually stabbed Marco. Britt Westbourne knows it. Cassius Faison knows it. But Sidwell is blind with rage. He even blames Sonny for Jordan and Curtis Ashford's horrific car crash on Route 91. Like what? How does that even make sense? But that's how out of control Sidwell's vendetta is right now. And Sonny is feeling the heat. Rick Lansing came to his house with warnings. Justine Turner practically begged Sonny to realize how much danger he's in, warning him that he might not survive long enough for Sidwell to come to his senses. Sonny is trying to play it cool, hoping Sidwell will just figure out the truth, but let's be real. That's not happening. Sonny needs a weapon. He needs a wild card. Because the mob can't just walk up and take out Sidwell in broad daylight. Sonny's usual enforcer Jason's locked up. Sonny's hands are tied. He can't make a public move without bringing the wrath of God down on his entire organization and his family. Enter Ethan Lovett. Ethan is the perfect ghost. He's the perfect off-the-books operative. He doesn't operate by mob rules. He operates by Spencer rules. Sonny realizes that Ethan is exactly the kind of guy he needs to do. The dirty work that the Corinthos organization can't do right now. They are forming this underground alliance and it is going to be explosive. But let me just rant for a second here. Because the hypocrisy of Sonny Corinthos is honestly driving me insane. Just a few episodes ago, Danny Morgan went to Sonny. Danny, who is fixated on Sidwell and blames him for all of Jason's problems. Danny basically begged Sonny to let him into the mob action so he could take the law into his own hands and get revenge on Sidwell. And what did Sonny do? He shut Danny down. He told him, no, you're a kid, stay out of it. Which, okay, fair. Danny is a teenager who just recklessly crashed Charlotte Cassidy's car on a joyride. He has no business fighting international criminals. But then Ethan shows up with the exact same pitch and Sonny is like, welcome aboard. It just makes me laugh. I guess the difference is that Ethan is a grown man with a very specific set of skills. But still. Poor Danny is going to be so mad when he finds out. Anyway, let's talk about the real emotional core of this whole storyline. Kristina Corinthos Davis. Oh, Kristina. My heart just breaks for her. because the spoilers say she's caught completely off guard on Friday's episode. And then during the week of April 20 to 24, Ethan is going to check in with her. And guys, the history there, the heavy, heavy history. If you've been watching for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You remember the Kiefer Bauer days. Kiefer was so abusive to Kristina. It was a horrible, dark time in her life. And who was there for her? Ethan. Ethan was so protective of her. He was her safe space. Kristina developed this massive, overwhelming crush on him. And Ethan, because he was actually trying to be a decent guy for once, friend-zoned her. He put up a boundary. But the feelings were always there, bubbling under the surface. And now Ethan is back. He's older, he's hardened, he's on a revenge mission, and those old feelings are rushing back for Kristina. She's been confiding in Jacinda Bracken lately, which is weird because Jacinda is Michael's girlfriend and Willow is currently trying to destroy Jacinda, but whatever. Kristina and Jacinda are becoming good friends, and Kristina has been opening up about her romantic past. She's been talking about Kiefer, and she's been talking about Ethan. The writers were totally laying the groundwork for this. They knew exactly what they were doing. They planted those seeds so that when Ethan walked back into town, the emotional stakes would be sky high. But here is the massive dilemma for Kristina. She is standing at this impossible crossroads. On one hand, she has these old, unresolved romantic feelings for Ethan, and she loves her dad, she wants to support them. She knows Sidwell's a monster who needs to be stopped. But on the other hand, Kristina hates the mob violence. She hates the bloodshed. She has spent her entire life watching people she loves get shot, blown up, or sent to prison because of this lifestyle. And now, the guy she used to be in love with is teaming up with her mob boss father to start a literal war in the streets of Port Charles. What is she supposed to do? Does she support this dangerous revenge plot? Does she cheer them on as they try to dismantle Sidwell's empire? Or does she try to stop them? I honestly don't know what she's going to choose. Because if she tries to stop them, she risks leaving her dad vulnerable to Sidwell's wrath. And Sidwell's wrath is no joke. I mean, we saw Sidwell at Marco's funeral. He is a terrifyingly calm psychopath. He told Cassius Faison that they need to get rid of Britt permanently if she doesn't deliver Caesar Faison's prototype. He is ordering hits left and right. Pascal is out there trying to murder Lucas Jones just to channel his grief over Marco. The body count is going to rise. If Kristina stops Ethan and Sonny, she might be signing her own father's death warrant. But if she doesn't stop them, Port Charles is going to drown in a sea of blood. Ethan is not going to hold back. Sonny is not going to hold back. It's going to be an all-out war. And Kristina is going to be caught right in the middle of the crossfire, just like she always is. It's just too much. Sometimes I wonder why these characters don't just pack up and move to a nice, quiet town where international criminals don't hang out at the local diner. And we can't forget Tracy Quartermain in all of this. The spoilers say Tracy's going to catch up with Ethan, and she admits that he reminds her a great deal of his father, Luke Spencer. Just hearing Tracy say Luke's name makes me emotional. Tracy loved Luke, and Luke was the king of chaos. He was the king of taking matters into his own hands and leaving a trail of destruction behind him. If Ethan is really channeling his inner Luke Spencer right now, then Sidwell doesn't stand a chance. But neither does anyone else who gets in Ethan's way. Ethan is a mix of Holly's elegance and Luke's absolute ruthlessness. Actually, maybe he's more Luke than Holly right now. I don't know. I change my mind every time he's on screen. Zooming out for a second, this whole storyline fits the show's usual style so perfectly. We are heading right into May sweeps. They always do this. They build up an invincible villain for months and months. We suffer through watching Sidwell win every battle. We watch Laura get manipulated. We watch Britt get tortured. We watch Jason get locked up, and then right when we can't take it anymore, they bring back a legacy character to blow the whole thing up. It's classic soap opera pacing. But I have to admit, it works on me every single time. I am so invested. I just hope they don't ruin Ethan's character in the process. You know how the writers can be? Sometimes they bring a character back just to make them do something completely out of character and then ship them off to Steinmauer. I really hope that's not the plan here. Ethan deserves a hero moment. He deserves to avenge Holly, and frankly, Sonny needs a win. Sonny has been taking hit after hit lately. Between the SEC stuff last year, the Nina drama, and now Sidwell blaming him for a murder he didn't commit, the guy is exhausted. I'm exhausted just watching him. So, what do you guys think? Is this Underground Alliance actually going to work? Is Ethan going to be the one to finally take down Jen Sidwell? Or is this all going to blow up in their faces? Because let's not forget, Sidwell is smart. He's got eyes everywhere. He's got Ezra Boyle, He's got Ava Jerome whispering in Laura's ear. He might see Ethan coming from a mile away. And what about Kristina? Is she going to fall back in love with Ethan? I kind of hope she does. I know it's messy. And I know he friend-zoned her a decade ago, but people change. They've both grown up. There could be a really beautiful, tragic romance there. Two people trying to find love in the middle of a mob war. It's poetic, but it's also a recipe for disaster. Kristina is so fragile right now. If Ethan breaks her heart again, or worse, if Ethan gets killed trying to protect Sonny, I don't think Kristina would ever recover from that. Honestly, I'm just rambling at this point because my brain is spinning with all the possibilities. There are so many moving parts right now. We have the Route 91 car crash cover-up with Brooklyn and Tracy. We have Willow losing her mind over Jacinda and Wiley. We have Jocelyn snooping around Carly and Valentin's secret romance. And now we have Ethan Lovett returning to start a war. The canvas is packed. It is so packed. I don't even know how they are going to fit all of this into 45 minutes a day. But I will be watching. I will be watching. I might be complaining the whole time, but I'll be glued to the screen. Because at the end of the day, when this show gets it right, there is nothing better on television. And Ethan and Sonny teaming up to take down a guy like Sidwell, that has the potential to be daytime gold. Let's just hope the writers actually deliver on the promise. Okay, I need to wrap this up before I type another 1,000 words about how much I miss Luke Spencer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think is going to come out on top? Sonny and Ethan or Jen Sidwell? And do you want to see Kristina and Ethan rekindle their romance, or should she run for the hills? Stay safe out there, you guys. And I will see you all tomorrow for another recap. Hopefully with less stress, but let's be real, it's Port Charles. There's always stress.